cover a little bit more of what Ted Nefka is doing. His earlier series, Courtney Crumrin, is actually really honking amazingly cool. So it's kind of neat seeing him do follow-on work to this storyline. And then he's got with this young girl whose uncle is a major warlock witch, kind of horrible person. Maybe not so horrible. We don't know. That's what makes this issue kind of interesting. We kind of get that ground-based setting in terms of how all this stuff works, in terms of where she is, who she is, and how it actually works out for her. So it's kind of interesting. We kind of get this whole idea, you know, that she's in school, she's doing her thing, she's being a good student, she's dressed a little bit like Wednesday Addams, and a little bit between Wednesday Addams and a Girl Scout, because all the badges and other stuff and name tags and everything else. And she struggles like everybody else, and we're like, okay, she's a witch. Burner. No, not really. All right, but this is the interesting part, right? She comes from that family background of witches and warlocks and other fun things, so it kind of makes it a little bit more interesting on that storyline. You know, how do you fit in when you really have a lot of magical ability in your background? So you get a little Harry Potter feel to it, you got a little bit of Burn the Witch feel to it, you got a little bit of Monty Python, and then you just get a little bit of creepy to go along with it. So it's fun. All right, this is just a good, clean, fun comic book. I'd give it to my 10-year-old without a problem, because it really is just kind of fun, right? Because 10-year-olds are still trying to struggle, and we struggle as we go on through. So this is a good start point for your preteen or your tween in getting into this. And of course, you do run into the werewolf, and the werewolf's kind of got a sense of humor, and you know, there's that whole thing. So again, Courtney Crumrin is actually really just kind of a cute little storyline, great for your tween, preteen, something in there. Again, start about age 12 all the way through about age 16 is probably when you're really going to hit where this all works for them, because again, kids are trying to figure out where they're at, and this comic book really just kind of helps out and helps explain things. You know that there's all these cool things around you, and that there's more than what you see. So that's why I really like this storyline, and I really love what Ted's doing with it. So you can't argue with it. So I do believe this is a good comic book for kids, and I do think this is something you should pick up and you should read. Kids may find it easier to read it on their Kindle or through Comixology, but it's also always fun to have the paper backup just in case you end up in a long car ride. You know, you never know. Those long car rides are horrible. So again, I would definitely go pick this comic book up. It's decidedly worth your time. It's worth a couple bucks you're going to spend on the paper copy. It's enjoyable if you have, you know, the Comixology Unlimited. You can read this all the time. So you probably won't find this in your local comic book store. You can ask them to pick you up a copy if they want. But again, this is probably going to be one of those comic books you find online rather than in a store, because it is a little obscure, but it's a little awesome along the way. So definitely do go pick this up. Short review, sorry about that today, because I don't want to get too far into the storyline other than it's cute and you get a whole bunch of little mixtures of genres, so you really do just want to sit down and read this and enjoy it. So this is Comics Forge on YouTube. We really appreciate the time you've spent looking at these things, and as always, subscribe, like, share, do all the YouTube things along the way, and let us know what you really think about the comic book, or let us know what you think about what we're doing, or just about anything else that you can think of. And we'll be pretty much so good to go. Thanks much for watching, and y'all keep it awesome.